How to speed up slow unit test execution. Imagine sitting at your desk, waiting for your tests to finish running, and feeling like it takes forever. No one wants to wait around for tests that drag on. So, how can we make our unit tests run faster and save time? Let's explore some proven ways to speed things up. First, focus on writing tests that are meaningful and specific. Avoid tests that just check framework internals or simple getter and setter methods. Instead, target the actual logic or features you want to verify. This reduces unnecessary test execution and keeps your suite lean. Next, be careful with how much you use mocking and stubbing. Mocks are useful, but overdoing it can slow things down. Use them wisely and consider replacing some mocks with real integration tests when possible. This can cut down on the overhead caused by complex mock setups. Another key point is to avoid external dependencies in your unit tests. Do not call real external services or APIs during testing. Instead, mock their responses. This prevents network delays and flaky tests caused by external factors. It also keeps tests isolated and predictable. Reducing setup and teardown time can also make a big difference. If your tests need to initialize heavy resources like database connections or large objects, do this once for the entire test suite instead of for each individual test. This saves a lot of time, especially when running hundreds of tests. Instead of using fixed delays or sleep commands, use synchronization mechanisms like wait commands or event-driven waits. These only proceed when the required condition is met, avoiding unnecessary idle time and speeding up test runs. Running tests in parallel is another effective strategy. Use tools or frameworks that support concurrent execution across multiple threads or processes. This can drastically reduce total testing time, especially with large test suites. Break down large, complex tests into smaller, independent units. Smaller tests run faster and are easier to troubleshoot if something goes wrong. Plus, they can be run in parallel more easily. Regularly review and remove obsolete or redundant tests. If a test no longer covers important code or is outdated, deleting it prevents wasting time on unnecessary runs. Optimizing database interactions is also important. Use in-memory databases or mock database calls whenever possible. Make sure your database queries are efficient to avoid slowdowns during testing. Prioritize testing critical user paths or features instead of trying to cover every edge case in every run. Focus on the most important parts of your application to get quick feedback on core functionality. Finally, consider using test impact analysis tools or frameworks that detect which tests are affected by recent code changes. These tools run only the necessary tests, saving a lot of time and resources. Applying these strategies within the context of advanced debugging and code quality helps you get faster feedback. When your unit tests run quickly, you can run them more often, catching bugs early and keeping your software reliable. Faster tests mean less waiting and more coding, making your debugging process smoother and more efficient.